Okay, we should be live. Hopefully I got the mute button this time. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hola.
We're back.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us at the Chromatic Chimera. Real quick, I'm Sam. I'm one of the admins here. I just want to let you know about the fundraiser we are doing today. Due to the protests that are currently happening all around the country, we have decided to revise our June fundraising plans a little bit on the Chimera. For the rest of June, we're going to be raising funds for the Bail Project. You can donate directly through Tiltify, but also 100% of proceeds from subs, bits, cheers, any merch purchases are also going to be donated to the project. So if you're interested and able to, please consider donating. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming by to support us. We are still going to leave our Trevor project Tiltify running, but we might be extending it into July. We just really want to focus on helping out with the Black Lives Matter movement right now and helping the protesters who are out there as much as we can. So thank you so much, and that said, I will kick this over to our lovely dragon manager.
Thank you very much, Sam. Yes, welcome everyone. It's time for one more episode of Wildemount, Daring and Divine. We are No Initiative, an RP and narrative-driven group. This is our second campaign here over in Chromatic Chimera. And if you're new to the stream and to our game, then this part is for you, because we're going to go around the table and introduce who we are and who we'll be playing. Who wants to start? Let's see. Megan, you start.
Oh, me. Okay, hello. I am Megan, and I will be playing Emerson, our resident warlock, and just firstborn, second-in-love sibling of the party, but she's getting by, doing a heckin' adventure, trying to get her brother to just kind of straighten out a little bit, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I will throw it on down to my beloved brother, Nat.
Oh God, there's so much weight here. All the weight of expectations. It's
real heavy.
So I'll just drop that. Who needs that? I am playing Killian Aldor today. My name's Nat, but I'm playing Killian, who uses he/him pronouns. I'm Emerson's sister, dancer, magician. Generally doesn't take anything happening seriously enough. That's my MO. That's
That is confusion.
I'm not confusioned. Sorry. Is there anything else supposed to cover? My brain just totally blanked. I think I was below Megan before, but I think I've moved.
Oh,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
We swapped. Freaky
You're
Friday no
welcome.
more.
It's twins. Oh, wait.
No one saw that. No one saw that. Shh, shh.
That was when my brain just blue screened. I'm like, what?
I know.
I was gonna-
I was like, do
gonna
I
toss
wait?
it to
We
the
just
right,
moved in
and then
space.
all right. I'm going
I think they
I'm
should
going
have played
to
each other's
gently
characters.
lob it down to Corey. Just
Yeah, there you go.
That seems right. Yeah.
Well done. Sorry.
No, I really think we should have rolled with it. They should have just played each other's characters. I think that would have been
I
amazing.
can't bring that level of finesse to a character.
not pretty enough.
Just resent your parents that much.
Aw.
Okay, I am DM Corey, just Corey for this series, and you can hit me up on Twitter over on Instagram. I've been doing a lot more over on Instagram, and I'm doing mini painting. But today I'm going to be playing Lucius Gray, the Aasimar half more drow than Aasimar. I don't know. Aasimar that ass.
Drowsimar.
Just an ass.
I mean,
Just puts the ass in Aasimar.
wasn't gonna say it.
And turtle.
Hey, leave the turtles out of this, all right? God. every time you start going into a character, you start talking about something, everybody else brings up the turtles. I feel like it has nothing to do with Lucius.
At this
Okay.
point, you may be right. Yeah.
I'll have it be known Emerson has not brought up the turtles once.
Swifty.
We'll
You
fix
have a
that.
pet giant turtle named Swifty.
See,
that was
here you are bringing it
I
up
didn't
again.
do that. I didn't do that.
You
All
did
right.
that.
And I'm going to go ahead and lob it on over to Robert. Probably that way. I hope it's that way. Yeah.
Probably, maybe. I caught it. Don't worry about it. I'm here. Hi. Yes, my name is Robert Allen, voice actor extraordinaire, supposedly, maybe, possibly. You can find me on Twitter. Voices Robert. Just do that. I will be playing Ravis Ken, Sir Ravis Modret Fader Spira Ken, the first, who is a paladin and warlock of the Raven Queen, Conquest Paladin, Hexblade Warlock. It just goes together. And, you know, he recently got a certain dagger that somebody above me might want, and I'm gonna let them borrow it. So here you go, Sam.
Oh, well, thanks. I promise to not kill any of you with it in your sleep.
That was oddly
Yes.
specific.
Thanks,
What?
love you too.
Look, I mean,
Please do.
listen, Mary's got things going on. I am Sam. I will be playing Merriment, the tiefling arcane trickster who may or may not want this particularly potentially evil dagger. I don't know. This has not been confirmed nor denied yet in game. No,
Definitely.
it's been pretty confirmed, I think,
Definitely
actually.
Definitely confirmed. Yeah.
Okay, but it's definitely
Evil.
really pretty too. So I mean, like, that's where Mary stands. And
Fair.
I guess with that, I'll kick it back over to Nunu. Wait, no, that way.
Yeah.
That way.
Hey, yeah. And yeah, I am Nuno. And I'm going to be your illustrious dragon manager for today and for the following weeks. But now, I think now it's time to get in the mood. Wildemount. Again, not that mood.
Are we still doing phrasing?
Does it count as phrasing?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. No. Anyway, Wildemount. A land scarred by conflicts past is now walking towards the same path, as nations, empires, and dynasties entangle themselves in twisted, treacherous, and tumultuous conflicts. Meanwhile, most folk are oblivious to the grand schemes that drive conflict, as they lie behind the curtains of power and of secrets long forgotten. And other folk? Other folk just happen to be tiny leaves picked up by the ever-morphing patterns of the winds the Changebringer decides to change in shape. And sometimes these stories, like the one we bring today, these people, end up being the most important. So make sure to stick around and watch as their destinies align, because we're about to begin Wildemount, Daring and Divine. And why don't you tell us what happened last week, Megan?
Okay, so last week, when last we left our adventurers, we made it inside of this, not really a ruin, but a fantasy science lab type ruin place, with our new robot friend Echo Sentinel 001, who we love very much, and managed to make our way into the bowels of this place and in search of something connected to the Twilight Phoenix. We weren't super sure. We were looking for one of the pieces of the seal, and we made our way there. We fought a very large and very fiery robot to mostly success. We defeated said robot after a little bit of work, and managed to take possession of what they were guarding, which was a piece of the seal of the Twilight Phoenix. Yay. A very fancy necklace that we identified as the Kiss of the Changebringer. Yay. And just a hella cursed dagger called the Blade of Shattered Mirrors. Boo. Not great. But Ravis was like, we gotta take this because we've gotta put it away where nobody can get it. And Emerson, the
fan.
only smart one in the party, was like, no, we should just leave it here because it's really bad and cursed. But we took it with us. Yes, Nat. I said what I said. So then after that, we took all of these things and we went back upstairs. And Echo received a message from her mom, Thalia, who created her 800 and some odd years ago, and told her, hey, when you woke up, I was reborn as a baby, so come and find me. So Echo needs to go find, and I'm going to assume procure somebody's baby. And I'm sure she'll return like IG-11 in The Mandalorian with this little baby strapped to her chest, ready to do a fight. And
Spoilers.
after that, we walked outside of these ruins, and there was just like this real big demon, but it wasn't like a demon because it looked like a demon but was green and like covered in branches and flowers, and it, like, some people may think that it like nodded at Emerson before it went away, but like that's just conjecture. It's totally fine. These are unrelated incidents. Everything's totally fine. And that's where we left off. I think
Okay,
that's
but
it.
wait. IG-11 comes back?
Spoilers.
Oh
Like,
no!
actually, I haven't gone to that part yet.
Oops. The show has been out
Whoopsie.
for a while.
Hey, I haven't even watched one episode yet.
Watch it.
Yeah,
It's
same.
really, really good.
I mean to.
IG-11 is the best. But I really just prefer robots over most anything else, so it's a natural reaction for me to have.
Fair.
That's why. Oh, okay.
But I
Totally
prefer
fair.
robots.
I prefer robots.
It's an important fact actually. After you saw this green demon covered in moss and branches and flowers and just dissipating in petals with the wind, leaving no trace of it behind, you look around and everything's burnt. The forest
Oh,
around it's
that's
burnt.
right.
The vines that were in the around the ruins, everything's charred. It smells like charcoal all around, a bit damp already by the heavy rain that hit the place. You do say your goodbyes to Echo. That's also happened before the end of the session last week. You did chat shortly about what Echo was planning to do. And after that conversation ends, Echo stops for a second, taps her dodecahedron on her chest, looks south. So you remember you came from the western part of the jungle, but Echo just looks south, nods, and starts walking into the jungle. And this is where we pick up, surrounded by
Abruptly as
charred
she
trees and
arrived.
vegetation.
Is there any sign of bodies or anything in the
No.
general area? No? Okay.
I would like to give chase after whoever was touching my turtle.
So you
I
saw that
believe-
the end.
Chase the wind.
I didn't see that.
You run away, you chase the wind, and try to grab the petals, but it just dissipates.
Wait, but everybody did see the entity, right?
Yes, correct.
Oh, yeah. Who's been touching my turtle?
Should we check if our Tabaxi friends are alive? Oxalon? Oxalon?
They were going to go hide, remember? Because we warned them something bad was coming. I wonder if this was it? Also, whatever that was seems, I don't know, pleasant
Does anyone know
enough.
what that was?
A friend of someone's?
What kind of creature it was?
And I just sort of stare at Emerson. I'm not calling her out directly, but Mary had noticed the nod exchange.
Like some kind of demon of sorts.
I don't know, maybe.
Or fiend at least.
But it did not look, too fiendish, really.
Illustrious
It
Demon
was
Danny
odd.
Manager? Might I be able to attempt a roll of some kind to identify what the fuck?
Yeah, this would be probably need to be history, I think.
Sure. I can. It's just as good as Arcana, Nunu.
Damn it!
Emerson's just like being real nonchalant.
That's a
Just like,
29.
29. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, especially
Small.
with your education, Killian, because you were you studied in Jorhas, right? And there's tales of this entity that roams the wastelands of Jorhas, trying to heal it back up after the desolation that it occurred there. And little pockets of vegetation and forest start sprouting here and there. And there's tale of this large green demon-like entity that tries to fix nature, basically, in the
It's
wastelands of Jorhas.
It's like the embodiment of like the recovery that comes after like a volcano erupts.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Neat.
And you know that this jungle here, right? If you look at the map, it's actually quite close to Jorhas, the place where you are, right? There's like a mountain range and then a lake, and then you're basically in Jorhas.
Oh, wow. Not realized.
There. And there's Zorhas.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, so we're kind of like to
Big
the
map.
south, like east or so, I guess, of the Empire right now, then, right? Or not
You
of
are-
the Empire, but
Yeah, mainly south of the Empire, but southeast of Rexentrum, yeah.
okay, awesome.
And southwest of Jorhas.
Okay, well, should we try to get back towards, I don't know, Zebi or the city or something tonight? What do you all
Valley.
think?
I'd prefer not to spend another night in the jungle if it's all the same, but I don't know how far away we are.
I mean, Echo got us here before. I'm not too confident about, getting through the jungle alone at night, but I'm sure it will be fine. We could give it a try. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, if we've got Swifty here, what's the worst that could happen?
Yes, we could ride that super fast turtle.
We could ride this super fast turtle here, but I don't like the way you're looking at my turtle. Don't worry, you carved a wide path,
Well, I can't. I can't handle Swifty, y'all. Does your turtle thing, is it good at getting through the underbrush and stuff? Would it be able to help lead a way somewhere? I don't
50
know.
nods.
Okay, that is unsettling.
I don't like that. But
Well, it is up to you all. I'm, feeling okay, all things considered, after that little engagement with the Guardian down in the, I don't know, temple, laboratory. I don't really know what this place is.
of course you're feeling okay. You took no damage.
What? Yeah. It's true. I evaded that entire combat's worth of damage, y'all.
Emerson's all
Killian.
right, but still fairly fucked
My
up.
hair is still in place.
Yeah.
Killian is bleeding and has his nose buried in his spellbook because he's trying to assist him master his way out of this problem.
So off into the jungle
Emerson
into night,
also
yeah?
bleeding.
Totally no regard for our safety. Let's go.
Nice.
Unless
Okay.
somebody wants to stop me.
Well,
Not even
Let's
for
go.
a second.
All right.
Go with them.
Mary
Let's
and their
just
9
go.
wisdom will lead the way.
All right. So you start
what could
leading the way.
possibly go wrong?
I'm right next to Mary because I went with them.
You start going at your normal speed, and suddenly you realize that if you want Swifty to brave the way, you might need to go slightly slower because Swifty is slowly making their way.
I have known gnomes faster than this thing. All right, let's go.
I'm just pointing at trees. Swifty's chomping at way.
Oh my god. It's like a horse that you can't get to stop eating grass while you're on the trail.
My God.
After 5 or 10 minutes of just trying to follow your tracks back from whence you came, in front of you, in what seems to be a small opening, there seems to be a remnant of the Tabaxi tribe. There was of the Tabaxi people that were living here in these ruins, and they just patiently waiting for you to arrive. And you see that sitting in a tree stump is Oxalan. It seemed to be the spiritual leader, or at least the guide of the population, and just sits there and waiting for you. Huh.
Are you
Hello?
all right? Hi, hello.
Are you
What-
leaving?
We were planning on it. Did you need us to stay? Do you need help? What happened out here?
No, I just wanted to thank you. If it wasn't for your advice, I think we might have suffered losses.
What advice?
Yeah.
Hiding.
When I told them that something was coming.
Oh yeah, we
I
spoke to them.
I wasn't
before.
there for that.
I think that was
You're
just
right.
Mary and
You were not
Ravis.
there for
Yeah,
that.
it was.
We were just like, oh yeah, of course. Everyone was like, what?
Real quick catch up. Raven Queen told me this was going to happen. I warned them, told them to hide. It happened. They lived because they hid. Done.
All right. Good job, Ravis. You saved people.
That's what I do. Like literally, always.
Oh, you're
Always-
very modest. I appreciate.
Okay, sometimes I
that.
kill people, but it's dependent.
Insight check.
I'll turn to Oxalon and be like, so then everybody made it out then too safely? Did you see what happened by any chance? We were still down below.
No, we were far, but we did hear the sound and smelt the burning from afar.
Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Yes.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Oh, and also, is there anyone else around us but him?
There's only two more Tabaxi. That seemed to be two of those spearmen that were always with him, female one and a male one.
Just like, come here. Out of earshot.
Stands up,
sorry.
walks to you.
Oh, sorry about that. We
Yes.
we spoke with the being and asked if it would continue. He let us know that what you've been doing with it will continue. We completed our objective, but it still finds your arrangement to be symbiotic.
Oh. Kind of looks around. Thank you. Kind of grabs your arm. You see, as he grabs your arm, he tenses for a bit and looks you in the eye and quickly releases it. Takes a step back. Thank you. But you were
Of course.
leaving, were you not?
Yes.
Good luck. Kind of walks back, signals to the other two Tabaxi, and they start walking inside the jungle.
Aha! Figured it out.
But
They know. They must
All right.
die.
us?
I forgot how to get out of the jungle.
Ah, that is nice.
It's an old ecology book. It's got a creature in here that I can warp one of you into. It's an ancient being known as a brontosaurus. And it is so large that it would sort of hew through the jungle and we can all ride on its back.
Okay.
Sure.
Mary's just like, yeah, all right. I will do it for the story, if nothing else. And then if
the
it doesn't work,
problem
I get
is-
to laugh at you.
The problem is, Swifty's not powerful enough to turn to a brontosaurus, so one of us has to do it.
Oh,
I'll do it. I don't trust him, so definitely not. Pointing at Lucius.
I mean, I don't care.
This tracks. This tracks.
I don't mean I don't trust him. I trust him, but not to go the correct way. Nothing.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
I've been walking around and leading you in the right direction for like 8 years. Like,
I mean, was this the
How
right
can you not believe
direction,
that I
though?
got the
Should
right
we
control?
have, like, gotten directions? Is Oxalon's still here? I need to
8
just,
years?
like...
He's,
Oxalon was talking about some village was burning. Is the town on fire?
You remember the fire of the singed vegetation when it came out of the
We
complex?
walked down, yeah.
Wait,
No,
that
I must
was
have been
like-
paying attention to my turtle. Someone was messing with him.
This is why
Okay,
I don't trust
okay.
him to lead us
All
the
right.
correct
Okay,
way.
right.
yeah,
Robus,
I see what
Robus,
you mean.
lay down, and we want to put Swifty over you, because otherwise it'll be an absolute cow to get this turtle on top of this brontosaurus.
Yeah, Ravis, get under the turtle.
One moment.
Oh my god.
Okay. Just lays down.
I
I
haven't
thought
watched you
people
do that in a while, so I'm sorry.
I thought it was a turtle, not a cow. I don't get it.
God, fuck.
Yeah, I can't. This fucking game. Okay, alright. Dinosaur it up, let's go.
Oh,
So, you know that little, I am a Stegosaurus meme?
yes.
It's a brontosaurus, not a Stegosaurus, but that's gonna be Robert. We're just gonna cast polymorph and...
Sure.
The fuck?
You see, as Killian starts enchanting the spell, Ravis's form slowly twitches and disappears out of reality ever so slightly. And every time it comes back, it comes with features which are more reptilian and larger, up until a point where it's a brontosaurus with a turtle on top.
Oh, neat.
Swifty is literally just fully inside the shell.
I mean, Killian, are you sure it looks a little more like a brachiosaurus to me?
You know an
Oh.
awful weird amount about ancient ecology. All right, now, Robus, lower the neck so we can go up. It's like a bridge. It's lower the drawbridge.
DM, I eat them? No. I lower the neck.
Yes, we're all,
With my
all of a sudden, we're
herbivore
all made
teeth.
of lettuce.
Hey, swallow you whole, all right? Put my head down and let them climb on.
What do you use this ear hole as a stepping stool?
I'm gonna fly up.
Do I
I have
fling
one
Lucius
spell, I have
off?
one spell slot left. Fuck it.
Nice.
I'm gonna fly up and just.
I just scamper up with my sweet rogue dex and, like, sit on top. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
giddy
want,
up!
I want to sit like on the top of his head. I'm
Sure.
gonna
Like
fly up and sit
Flintstone
on the top-
style.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up and sit on top of his head like Pebbles and Bam Bam at the movies.
I'll allow it.
You Ravis.
Yeah, I'm
Right on
sliding
Swifty.
down that tail later when we get
Who's
off.
riding on Ravis? What? We're like a pyramid of awesome.
Oh my god, I love
So-
RPGs.
So for my
Best
height,
idea
can
I've
I
had all
see
week.
the correct way to go?
So funny thing, you now have the mental stats of a brontosaurus, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's still my personality and intent.
It is, no, for sure, yeah. How tall is this brontosaurus, Matt?
It is gargantuan, which means it is, 20 feet tall or bigger, and I would like to angle towards the bigger end of brontosaurus.
Yeah,
Sure,
brontosize, because that's.
I
of
would
course,
like
the
his head
plural.
to tower over the treetops, if able.
Yeah, sure, why not? Sure, yeah. You can see the top of the forest, the tree line all around you. Yeah, no problem.
Great, now we'll have a wonderful view while Ravis just does nothing but eat leaves for the next 49
Yeah.
minutes.
Ravasaurus, you see a pillar of smoke in the distance.
Oh, with my 2 int.
I assume at this point, Emerson, that lands on Ravasaurus's head, can also see the plume of smoke.
All right, so I have to go northwest to Nicodranus. I think it's like that way.
You okay? Hey, Emerson, can you like steal something? I'm just like
I'm
poking
just gonna like lean down and
Ravis.
be like, and just like, be like, you're gonna want to go to the northwest, but and I'm gonna lean back down and be like, there's a pretty large plume of smoke up ahead.
That's probably Nicodranus. Let's go to that.
It's definitely in the middle of the forest, Emerson.
It's definitely in the middle of the forest.
Oh, do you want to come down and grab my map? You can see and I can't.
Yeah, I'll fly down and take the map and fly back.
Sure.
So
I'm gonna fly and like hover in front of Ravasaurus's face and hold the map up and be like, so we're here and we want to go over there, but we should really check out that smoke.
I mean, should
Let's go to the
we?
smoke and then we'll go over there.
Should
So-
we though?
Make a
Okay,
survival
Urias,
check,
you're on the
Emerson.
back of the- Emerson's going rogue.
I'm like straddling the neck like a horse, but it's this giant
That's too
dinosaur.
14.
Giddy
Survival
up.
check. That's
Yeah.
a 17.
17. Okay, so the tree line is not flat, right? There's that. It's a slightly hilly terrain here and there. Towards the, I'd say southwest. Southwest. You see what seems to be a large lake. But to the straight west from you, it's just a hilly terrain. But with your 17, this is more or less where you would think Nicodranus is. The plume of smoke is slightly southwest, so somewhere in between the middle of Nicodranus and the lake that you can see. You do recall Oxalon mentioning that there were fishing communities, tabaxi fishing communities near a lake. But you do know that the outpost that you first visited with Zebi in it was somewhere closer to Nicodranus.
So I'll fly back down and be like, so there's a lake up ahead that seems to be where the smoke is coming from. We can either just head back to Nicodranus, or if you wanted to go see what's going on over by the smoke, I guess it's really up to whatever anybody else wants to do.
Oh,
Uh,
I mean, it could be good, I guess, just to go and see what happens. If there's like more of the clans there or something, we could see if they are okay.
Raska Lake is roughly in the direction of Nicodranus for us, so like it's not like we're losing time entirely.
Right. And I mean, well, it's more of we're going to lose time with Ravasaurus being Ravasaurus.
I can do this again.
Oh, handy.
Oh, I'll go let the ride know. And I'll fly back up and be like, Ravis, we're gonna want to go over towards the smoke, please.
Oh my god! I
shit.
seriously, I think I had like a toy dinosaur as a kid that made that sound.
Legends. Oh man.
Oh my god.
So good.
Yeah, okay, so you start making your way towards the plume of smoke. Yeah, enough to say that no wildlife or whatever is the slightly interested in messing with a brontosaurus. So there's no problem until you start approaching the plume of smoke. The closer you get, mainly Emerson, that you're up high with Ravasaurus's head, you do see that the plume of smoke, as you start approaching, is exactly the outpost where you were before.
Oh. Well.
And
That
the
sucks.
closer you get, you see that it is burnt to a crisp as well. All the buildings smoldering and the wood just completely burnt. Yeah, something happened here.
Oh. Oh no.
Is it like a similar burn to how the other place was burned?
Make a nature check.
Absolutely.
This is
Dragon
a-
manager.
Is this burn like the other Bernie?
Does it look delicious?
Fire
21?
bad.
Categorize
21.
the burn.
Yeah, so you notice, Killian, that actually, as you get closer and you reach the actual outpost, the patterns on the wood that's not completely burned to a crisp look like there's some. Yeah, have you ever seen those videos where they pass electrical current through wood and etches these lightning?
Oh
kind of
yeah, those
effects?
are cool.
That's that.
Awesome.
Did we see that at the other place?
Yep.
Whoever this creature was, it's very destructive. We should be worried about associating with it.
I mean, can you tell? Is this like a creature or some sort of spell or something? I have seen, like, lots of crazy fire spells before.
It's more like a legendary, like, arcane cryptid, to be honest.
If I were to just like wager a guess.
I mean, I don't have intense information. I read something about it in some of my classes, and I've heard some talk about it, but I don't have first-hand experience outside of today. So,
Okay.
If we need an expert to learn if this creature is working. If it might view us here as some sort of assault on this jungle, so it's possible that we are in danger.
I lean my head all the way into where the smoke is coming from.
Yeah, so you basically you're standing outside the gates of the outpost, and then with your head you reach the middle of the outpost. And Ravasaurus, you see what seems to be a lifeless body.
Do I remember this lifeless body?
I mean, sure, because why not? There's patches of fur covering this body, and some of them are completely just burned away.
Pull my head back up, kind of like turn and go. "Arrgh!"
Yeah, okay, that is very helpful,
that's all I can say.
Ravasaur.
And then I just kind of like nudge my head down towards it.
I'll fly down and take a look and then articulate with my human words what it is I see there.
So just by looking at it from afar, you recognize the darkened fur collar and the partial clothing of one Zibi Othrix, the owner of this outpost.
Yeah, I'll fly back up. Like, that's ZB down there. Well, was ZB down there.
Anybody else or anything else?
Remember?
Is the box that Echo was in, like, still there? Did somebody, like, take it or something?
The box is still there.
Okay.
Okay, so no Brontosaurus ate it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody was, or whatever this is, was looking for Echo. It showed up where she was, and then again here at this box. Where she was found.
This spirit tracking us?
Is it a spirit or a creature? Make up your mind.
It's a spirit in like the folklore sense, not in like the it's a departed creature's disembodied thing. Spirits can be big bear things. Spirits can be big fire things. Spirit, it's a general term. I've watched a lot of Avatar recently.
I don't understand.
Yeah, they must teach
Pretty
you
sure it was
different
Azula.
things at your university, but
Oh snap.
I don't know. If it was looking for, if whatever it is looking for Echo, then we're probably all right.
I mean,
You
if
might not have
that's...
been looking for Echo though.
And probably the faster we get out of the jungle, the better, I would think.
Oh, maybe it's Ravis, points to Dinosaur. He's like an ancient abomination that's probably should have been dead hundreds of years ago. That feels like the kind of thing like a renewal spirit would want gone.
But he works.
I don't know.
I don't know. His boss probably would have had a say in whether or not he gets to walk around anymore, and she seems all right with it, so...
I mean, I don't know, too much about many of the gods, but, she seems like the one who makes those kinds of decisions about that stuff.
That's what it feels like. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and cast my vote for getting back to Nicodranus as quickly as possible.
I think that might be a good idea.
All right, I pat Ravasaurus on the back and go, yep.
I'm gonna take some chalk out of my burglar my kit thing and just draw pictures on the back of Ravasaurus while we ride.
Hey,
Give him spots.
they'll just be very small tattoos when
Yeah.
go back to normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you assume you had to cast polymorph a couple of times until you reach this particular spot here. So I don't know how you are spell wise, but also
so would I have gotten a short rest while he's a dinosaur for an hour riding
sure,
on his back?
absolutely, yeah.
All right. So I got one more. That means
Okay,
because I can use Arcana
Brontosaurus,
cover.
then I've got them all. I've got all mine.
One more
Okay.
Brontosaurus. I got.
Do
other spell
I get a
slots.
Oh, I probably don't.
no.
If we
Darn
have
it.
a short rest, I've got.
Oh,
I've
I'm
got
fine. I
two.
mean, I
I've
don't
got
know.
two
Cries
If I
in
do that
Warlock.
Twice to get here. Can we
But
get
do you know
to-
polymorph?
Can we get
Emerson?
Nicodranus and one more?
Ooh, no, I do not know polymorph.
Okay, yeah.
Or can we get out of the jungle in one more? We can walk once we're not in the jungle.
So with two, you probably could reach the outpost because it's quite a few ways away. It's
Okay.
faster because you're on the back of a Brontosaurus, right? So
Yeah,
after the second you're out.
So after two, I got one more. Can we get out
Okay.
of the jungle with one more?
Cool. Also, point that you enter the ruins during the night, and then you walked here. So now it's about 5 a.m. I'd say. You see in the horizon the sun starts to rise. So if you wish to
big
press
tired.
on, you shall have an exhaustion point.
Ooh.
Can we get a con save for that, or is that just auto exhaustion?
If you don't have a long rest in the day, it's just auto exhaustion.
Take a vacation day after we get back. Does everybody have
Absolutely
PTO? Can we take a vacation day?
Mary is fun employed, so yes.
For Mary, every day is a vacation.
Yeah, pretty
day.
much.
And Emerson's technically on business, so
It's true, this is all just a tax write-off for her.
yeah, right. This is fine. I'm getting paid for all of this. I guess technically Killian is too.
I don't really, earn a wage per se. I work for the belief for the people,
Are we going to Pushans then?
I don't know. I could bed for the night.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm fine doing that.
All right, I end concentration polymorph.
Ah! We all
Yeah.
Whoa!
Everyone falls. Ravis is fine.
Ah, scheiße.
This is when
I don't know,
turtles grow
Swifty
wings.
Fault lands on top of Ravis, I assume. Because
I
that
can
was
move
how
out of
he
the way.
began.
I was walking.
As you all foolishly fall onto the ground.
Featherfall.
That sounds like a dex check.
As Killian casts Featherfall.
I just float.
All slowly fall to the ground. And where is this long rest taking place? Here in the bird up outpost? Yeah.
It's kind of like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, like on
Sure.
the outskirts
Yeah.
of it.
I'll dump a hut on the ground.
Okay.
Dump a hut.
I invoke Liamon's tiny hut.
Yeah, you do so with no problem, and you can have your long rest. Meanwhile, Ravis,
Meanwhile,
Oh, okay.
No.
what are you doing with a certain dagger?
Well, I'm
Making
Or everyone
bad
else, if you wanna
making
bring
bad
it up.
decisions.
Yeah, I mean, there would be the discussion just kind of like, all right, so as I said earlier, I can shunt this horrible thing into a dimension that is basically my patron. And while being there, entities that are looking for it would not be able to claim it. It just stays there, protected. The only thing is it would, of course, then be attuned to my being. But I am very strong-willed, very powerful.
Is this self-proclaimed, or do you have references?
Yeah,
stating
you are
that
very
this is
modest, too, I see.
Look. How much
And
better
your
is this
patron
really than
just
just putting
lets
it?
you shove things into her.
Are
Is
we
that a
doing
thing that
phrasing?
normally happens?
I mean, that's where my morning star goes.
Feels rude and invasive.
Morning.
No, it's part of her.
Star.
It is
I'm
literally part of my patron.
So what I'm
No, I'm
hearing
not
here.
going to tell somebody how to warlock.
So what I'm hearing here is that you're going to attune to this thing, and you're going to put it in the same place where your other magical weapon resides. It sounds to me like it's just going to be another magical weapon for you.
Well, no. So what will happen? First off, yes, but second off, my original weapon will become no more. This will replace it. Now, it is
I'm
of
going
course.
to stop you right there. So we went from I'm going to put it somewhere where nobody can use it to actually just kidding. I'm going to use it now as my new weapon. Is that what
Look,
I'm hearing?
That's
We can
exactly
just
what you're
hollow out a
hearing.
hole in a
After
boot and
your
lead line
whole,
it.
This is dangerous. This is evil. Nobody can use it. We need to put it somewhere no one can get it to. No, just kidding. I am okay to use it.
It's not that I'm okay to use it, but
And why are you
I was
trying to use
sent
it?
to protect it, to keep it out of the
Protecting it.
hands of those who would use it for evil. Now, here's the
So there's a
thing.
difference between keeping it out of the hands of people who would use it for evil and then using it yourself. You could put it somewhere where nobody, including yourself, can touch it. But now it sounds like you are trying to use it on your own, which
I
is
don't
very
want to
disconcerting.
use it.
Then
I
don't.
think I got something. I think I got an idea here. My head started hurting for a moment there, and it's something that's kind of occurred to me. If your own weapon's just gonna cease to exist, and why don't you put it into that special place with your patron lady, and then put something else in there so it disappears.
That
I-
work?
Don't even know what you. No. If so, my original weapon is literally the essence of my patron, whereas this would be an actual physical item. So if I put another one in there, this one would just come out of that space back to normal.
You kill people with the Raven Queen's essence?
But she is death itself. I mean, come
How
on.
the
Listen, I don't have to do this. I can just carry it to keep it away from them. I don't have a problem with that. I was just thinking of putting it somewhere safer. Could also let Mary use it if they wanted to, but again, evil. And I don't think we want to put evil into someone's hands. that
You just hear the
You're
sounds
saying
of
that you're
popcorn being made over the campfire while this is
I
going
think
on.
it's safest in nobody's hands. You can't say that it's not safe in Mary's hands, but it is safe in your hands. I know and trust Mary. I don't know or trust you, and I'd rather nobody use this. I wanted to leave it where
I
we
cannot
found it.
leave it. I
Well,
cannot.
we could have.
It
That's the
is
thing.
my mission does not allow me to leave it. I don't have to use it.
Okay.
I
Well,
cannot
how
leave
about this? Any cobbler worth their salt can put a nice little compartment in someone's boot to hide something, line it with some lead, you can carry it, but it's not in anyone's hands, and that's probably safer than you binding your soul to the damn thing, right?
Right.
You would have to be wearing some crazy fucking lifts to fit an entire dagger in your boots like that. Believe me, I have tried.
No, you can put it
I'm
sideways.
actually 4 feet tall. That 2 feet is lift.
Actually, though, this is something you could do.
I'm actually not
I mean, this like
against
a
that. That's a pretty
specific
good
blade,
idea.
probably. How big is this dagger? Does this actually seem like a reasonable possibility in terms of sneaky hiding?
No, this is a fantasy dagger,
Yeah,
folks.
I'm thinking that's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing
Oh,
like
Blade's probably 15
I'm
centimeters,
picturing
something like that.
Sting practically, like a Sting
Oh, no,
size
not
like
that big.
dagger.
Sting
Not
was
that
a short
big.
sword.
Sting is
Sting was a short
technically a
sword.
dagger, actually.
It's
Sting was
technically
a short sword.
It's a short sword for a halfling.
Technically.
Listen, when people call things daggers and they are larger than this, they're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look,
Short swords are also known as long daggers.
there you go.
Bit of info. It's true.
Okay, but
You think it's large enough that we wouldn't fit in a boot? Yeah.
But I have huge feet. No, I don't.
Oh, I
Then
mean,
we get a lead lined box and you put it, you hide it on your
if
person.
we
I'm
want
fine with that.
to hide
honestly.
it in something, it would. Oh man, I would have to get a different one because I am not using this one. And I'll swing my hurdy-gurdy around and just sort of tap on the hollow end of it and be like, I mean.
Hide the ancient evil dagger in the hurdy-gurdy.
I also worry about that only because what if, music and magic kind of go together? What if it just starts spewing out unless you're never going to play it again?
I mean, that is a thing. I have a few, lines of instruments with that. Like I said, it won't be this one. I like this instrument, but we could get another one, that I could carry around for all anybody knows, and,
It's not a bad
no
idea.
one would know.
Oh, DM, how long does it take to get custom items crafted to do stuff like this?
Sometime, yeah. Especially if it's a large box, either you have to be lucky enough that it's already there, but it sounds very custom. So
Oh, yeah.
if it's a hurdy-gurdy, then it might take quite a while, especially an instrument.
We had been talking also, though, about maybe taking, a day or two.
Yeah.
Which was Mary's, just thinking there. Also, not gonna be playable, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh,
Just a box with strings and
Pretty much. It's like a shoebox cosplaying a hurdy-gurdy. That's what I need.
Well, for now, I have an idea at least until we can do something like this. And I will reach into my pack and pull out a piece of rope and the holy symbol of the Raven Queen that I keep in my pack. There we go. I could place this against the blade and just kind of do it and then just start wrapping the rope around it. Hopefully, until we can get that done, this might suppress something.
Could
Sure,
you just,
that's how magic works.
Could you ask her what to do?
I could.
Yeah, how does that work? Do you just ask her stuff and she'll just be like, oh, hey, Ravis, it is me, the Raven Queen, what is up, my friend? And then she helps you out? How does this...
Most of the time, what it is
Exactly
is
like
I, I spend my nights meditating. I do not sleep. If there is some kind of issue I need assistance with, she will often come to me during that time of meditation. Almost a dream. Sometimes it's just in the middle of the day while I'm in the middle of conversing with someone, and that can get a bit obtrusive, or intrusive, not different words. But it happens sometimes that way. But specifically,
Rude.
it often happens when I am meditating. I can also try to ask her before meditating and hope it comes to me, which is probably the better thing to do. Pray on it.
Well, you want to spend some time doing that, I guess? I don't know. I mean, seems like we have some time, and I gesture around the dome we're in.
Yes, like I said, my meditations are typically somewhere around 4 hours. So I could begin my meditation, and then once I come out of it, take rest of the watches.
Okay.
If
Seems as
that's
good
what
an
you
any.
want.
Seems as good an idea as any, I suppose.
Very well. Sounds like there's a plan, huh? Okay.
Mary will spend some time hanging out with the necklace, just kind of really examining it. Because they have it.
Hanging out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Attuning, as it were, if possible. They want to see what this deal is exactly.
Yes.
Attuntion.
So as you attune to the necklace, you feel the warm embrace of the Changebringer envelop you, and you just feel tranquility and protection wash over you. A feeling of rest, of ease, of freshness. You gain a +1 bonus to all saving throws. You are immune to being grappled. There
Thank
you
you,
go.
Evandra.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why can't I my hands just slip right off you, Mary. It makes no sense.
I mean, based on that last fight we had, that's probably actually not too much of a surprise for
What
anyone.
about hugs? What about hugs?
Uncanny dog.
Jeez.
Out of the
Sorry,
top of a
Mary
hug.
is hugless.
No!
It's a blessing and a curse.
No!
Oh my god, it was actually an arm of a betrayer the whole time.
Curse my hubris!
I would give anything to hug again. Can I, while we're in this hut and everybody's doing things, can I like try to ask my boss something?
My boss.
Sure.
I just like, for whatever reason, I have started referring to all warlock patrons as bosses.
Boss. Nice.
I just kind of want to like sit and just like close my eyes and just kind of like reach out and ask if he knows what started all of the fires, like what caused them all.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna think really hard on just like trying to figure out what caused all the destruction.
As you focus and try hard and harder, the first thing you notice is, and all of you notice this as well, all around you, heavy rain starts to fall outside the dome. But it starts to fall in a rhythmic pattern. The water impacting the leaves, dead tree trunks, and the vegetation around you, almost as if it's melodic, composing a beautiful symphony of nature as it encompasses everything around you. And together with that symphony, Emerson, you feel a presence inside your head that you have felt before several times. And you just feel the sentiment of confusion. You don't hear a voice, but you feel confusion. Almost as if a message of evil and good together is being conveyed, but with no definite answer to it. Is it evil? Is it good? But you also feel that this property is intrinsic to a sentient being, intrinsic to probably humanoids. These are the glimpses of information that you can gather. But there is no more information, and as quickly as the rain came, it disappears. First, the symphony disappears, and it is just normal rain. Heavy rainfall all around you. But suddenly, that too stops.
Great. Love it. Love it. It's great.
Meanwhile, Ravis, as everyone's doing their little things and communicating with their bosses, I assume you attempt to do the same while you meditate, yeah?
Yeah, I attempt to communicate with my my patron, and I specifically say, "What should I do with this dagger? What do you command of me to do with it?" Is kind of the emotion
So-
I convey.
You are accustomed to having your patron come to you under the form of either darkness enveloping you and blood pooling around you, and her coming directly to you in a peaceful, tranquil, and slow way. This time, as you call them forth, as you attempt to break that gap between you yourself, you feel a sense of emptiness inside you, almost as if your heart was yanked out momentarily, and you just feel like falling and falling. And a million thoughts race through your head as you just fall and fall, spiraling deeper and deeper and deeper until you land with a crash and they see a turbulent sea of red water. Blood? Thinner, but it thickens as you swim through. But it comes to a halt, and the same rattle of chains and the porcelain mask comes forward. What have you found?
A dagger. A very powerful one.
Ah. And you see, almost as if a small glint of curiosity sparkles in her eye. Yes. It is dangerous, but powerful. What are you planning to do with it?
I thought to use it, but the ones I am with think it is too dangerous.
They are probably right. But on the other hand, something this dangerous must be equally powerful. If you can use it, it would be strong. But imagine what it could do in the hands of a righteous person. I do not know, my champion. I do not know. But the truth is, it might be a valuable asset. It has been long lost. I think it's time for it to resurface.
I will do what I must.
Good. And you feel yourself retracting, and you feel a sharp pain in your eye as you're yanked back up through the spiraling, falling tunnel that you fell moments before, and are back inside the dome, in the middle of the Kuraska jungle.
Rain dome.
How long did that take? Was it short, or was it the entire 4-hour meditation?
That was probably close to the 4 hours.
Wonderful. Who's awake?
No one, I'm guessing.
Nobody's taken. Oh wait, we don't need a watch. We're inside a
tiny
sexy
I
dome.
think we still would have.
Killian has pulled out an abnormally plush pillow from somewhere and is sleeping against Swifty, just like.
Of course it is.
I think we would still want to have someone on watch, though, for shifts, even if we're in the
I'd say
dome.
Emerson probably sat up for a little bit.
Like, we just saw 2 places get burnt to a crisp in, like, seconds.
That's
Somebody's
true.
keeping an eye open.
Yeah.
In that case, who's awake?
Yeah. Emerson probably couldn't have fallen asleep that easily anyway.
Okay.
So it's probably just like waiting for sleep to happen. But it's like, well, I might as well stay up and watch something.
Killian will take second watch.
Well, technically, second
No,
watch
sorry,
would be
not
when I wake up.
Killian. I'm not
Oh,
Killian.
Killian.
Ah,
I was like, were you
Corey
just
looking at
You and
that
Nat
camera.
switched.
We
I thought you
are
were like
all
volunteering, Nats.
we are all Malachar.
It's true.
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Still waiting for the
Lucius.
reveal.
Lucius will
Yeah,
take second
Emerson
watch.
probably sat up for first watch just while she tried to fall asleep.
So Lucius would be the one awake when I come out. So I would come out of the trance, look around, see it's Lucius, and go. Just kind of get up, walk over to him, and just like pat him on the back and go, "All right, go to bed, big lug." I've got this.
When you tap him on the shoulder, he sort of startles awake.
Oh, you were already sleeping. All right, go back to bed then,
Oh,
please.
what do you gotta wake a man up like that? I was just sitting here like thinking that, man, it's a little bit past your time to wake up, Rabbit. So thinking I was gonna go over and wake you up, and then suddenly you're slapping me on the shoulder. I don't know what the deal is here. I'm going to sleep.
I look at my divine watch. 3 hours, 57 minutes. It is not too late for me to wake up. It is exactly on time. In fact, I'm early.
Lucius is already snoring.
Good. I will, I'll take the rest of the watch, the 4 hours. 2 hours technically. Well, no, 4. Yeah, never mind. 4 hours. And I will just kind of sit there with the dagger on my lap, not attuning to it, anything like that. It's just, I'm thinking as I wait for them to wake up.
Eventually, everyone, one by one, starts waking up.
Ugh, do jungles have coffee?
Actually, often, yes, they do. The beans that you make coffee from typically grow in the jungle.
Okay. Also, it should be way fucking cheaper here than it is back home. Sweet.
I'm gonna prestidigitation my bed head away. And my morning breath away. Because why do anything if you have magic?
It's true.
Killian waves his hands, assembles a little campfire with his magical mage hand abilities. And he's going to use precipitation to get the water started boiling, because like the half of the time it's like lukewarm. So it like cuts the boiling time down. I'm making coffee.
Doctor.
Yesterday sucked. Okay, no, yesterday was great, but it hit me like a truck,
Well, that means there was a lot going on.
Also, what's a truck?
Oh,
Actually, I know what a truck. Truck's a dance move. I figured it out for myself.
Nice.
It's still early.
So, once we get back to Nicodranus, what exactly do we want to do, I guess? I don't
thought we
know.
were going to Blight Shore, right?
Yeah,
You said
track
that
down-
you know of another seal there.
Yeah, track down other seal pieces.
Okay. So what do we need to then get some better transportation? I don't know this area at all. I have not ever been outside the Empire, so this is not exactly, my favorite terrain, if you will.
What's the best way to say this?
The most
Wandered
straightforward way.
the Blightshore for almost 600 years.
Okay, so
Oh,
do
so
we
you
need
know the
horses?
way.
What is
Probably want some kind of transport to get there at the very least. When you're there, it's not the best place, honestly.
I mean,
But
it's got the
there are
word blight
some-
in it. How nice can it fucking be, right?
Yes, but there are some bastions of civilization around it. There are at least places where you can get a decent meal. Well, decent is subjective, but
I might be able to rustle something else up, a friend or two in the teleportation council.
wait, is that a real thing? I thought it was a lie the whole time.
Be sure it is a
No, it's
lie.
definitely real.
No, it's me winking as I'm being facetious, but I have people who I know east of the Empire. They're nearby. They have operations in that area. I might be able to make something happen. Maybe. There's no guarantees.
You have friends east of the Empire. Because I
Yeah.
don't think anybody knows that he went to school in...
Oh, I say I
Just
do,
understand.
but I haven't told.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
like my brother went to school. in
Exactly, so that's
Storehouse."
why I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I would like to meditate for 4 hours to find out where he went to school.
So Ravis, from where you are familiar with Blightshore. From where you are, you know that probably the easiest way to get there is via ship, boat, right? And you do know that Blightshire is basically no man's land for the largest portion of it, except for the southernmost bastions of civilization, and even those are like crime-riddled and just poverty and all of that. But they are mainly controlled by either the Myriad or the Revelry.
So basically what it is these pieces of information. Mary, you would do fantastic there.
I don't know whether to be angry or flattered.
No, I just mean that some people get taken advantage of because of all the crime, but you understand, so you won't get taken advantage of.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what you are talking about.
Right. But yes, so ship is probably the best way to get there. Again, as I've said before, it is not a good place at all.
I can't
You
wait!
can get a decent meal, means not good at all, but at least it's something.
It means not rations, though, so, you know.
Rations are probably better, but
I can't wait, let's go.
I mean, I think you guys are maybe overthinking it a little bit here with the boat and with the worrying about the cities and everything. I think I got some friends over there.